Good morning! Today I'm going to show you how to assemble a Bell-Matic poultry drinker, like this. So here I have all the parts that came with my Bell-Matic drinker. The parts on the right here are parts that I don't need for the setup I'm going to have. They're for like these things, which I'm not going to do. So the first part in assembling your water is to make sure you have the parts you need in front of you and the parts you don't need somewhere else so you don't get confused, or at least I need that. So I have my spring. There's this little red ring washer thing, a little black hook. This part that they already put together, that's upside down. That goes inside and that determines how much water comes out. And then this little yellow, I don't even know what that's called. And the big parts that you obviously need. So this right here, the black part, is the ballast. You need to have water or sand in the bottom to weigh it down. So I've got some water here. I don't have any sand. Most people use sand, but I don't have sand. So just got a little bit in. It just has to make it so it's heavy. Then stick the lid on tight. It's a little bit tough. There we go. Alright, so you're going to stick the black ballast over the white, or something like that. Stick it over the white part, the white stick. And then stick the red ring over the top and screw it down so it's tight. I'll hold this still. Next, you're going to put the spring over the top, and it should rest right here. Next part is the bell. Actually, yeah, that's right. There we go. So it'll kind of bounce like that on the spring. Alright, so next comes the top. You're going to stick the white part over the white stick. And then put your yellow and red and black. You should have yellow, red, and black pieces all put together like that. Put that over the top. You need to screw it down. Keep screwing. So when I first tried this, I screwed the yellow part all the way down so it was tight. But then when I did that and I tried to get water out of it, the water wouldn't come out because the bell was too far down. So it was too far down like that. This has to be up kind of close for it to activate this device. So I found that you couldn't put the yellow part all the way tight. So this should be about good. You see the bell is pretty tight up there. It's like that close. And I don't know if this is official or not, but it seemed to work for me. So if you have more information about that, let me know. Once that part's on, should be pretty solid. You're going to stick this piece on. There's little knobs on the side. You latch in and turn it so that it hooks. So that is the bell part of your water. Next, you need to take the tubing, stick it over here. This is kind of hard to get in. Probably work with that later and get it pushed all the way down, all the way, but for now that'll work. This little piece, you don't really need it to try it out, but this is what you would hook on the top right there, and then have a chain or whatever to hook to the top of your shelter. And the other end of your tube, I'm going to attach this to a 5-gallon bucket, or to a hole in the bottom of a 5-gallon bucket on top of my shelter, and it should automatically feed from there into here, because this is not the kind of water that actually holds water inside of it except for the ballast. So I'm going to try that out. If you try it out, I suggest trying it somewhere where you can get things wet, because I spilled water all over the place. Okay? Alright, to test my water, since I don't have my 5-gallon bucket set up yet, I have a gallon jug of water that I poked a hole in the side and then put duct tape over it, and duct tape's actually doing pretty good. Okay, it is gravity feed, so I think this has to be higher. I'm not sure about the entire tube, but I'm gonna do that. Okay, you see it coming out of the water? It's coming out on this side. Washing my porch. Keep coming. Yeah, my hole's not very tight. With the bucket, I'd make a tighter hole, and it wouldn't be this messy. It is slowing down, so the way this works is the more water you have in the bottom, the heavier it gets, and the more it pushes this down. And when this pushes down, there's less pressure on the little thingy, so it stops. Oh, it stopped. Speaking of stopping. No, okay, it's still coming out. So basically, if you were to come over here and just hold this down, it would stop. Water would stop coming out. And if you were to pull it up, even if there was a bunch of water, and if you were to pull it up, more water would keep coming and it would overflow. Aha! Alright. We have stopped officially. And looks like there's a 1/4 inch from the top of water. And there's still water in here, still water pressure. Okay? Hi. Setting up your camera is no fun. Actually, I don't have a camera, I have a phone. And now you may see the chicks. So these guys are about a week old. And I have not given them more food today. They still have some over there, but they have heat lamp is over there. Yep. And they have 2 feeders and 2 waterers, but they're eating a lot, like a lot.